Welcome back to the Drug Pronunciation Series here on the Pharmacist's Voice podcast. I am your host, Ohio pharmacist Kim Newlove. This is episode 341, and you can find the show notes on thepharmacistvoice.com. We're on the letter T today. T is for topiramate. We don't cover pharmacology in this series, just pronunciations. So, what I'll be doing today is dividing topiramate and Topamax, its brand name, into syllables, telling you which syllables to emphasize. I'll share my sources, and then as a bonus, I will tell you a common mispronunciation that I have heard for topiramate. As always, the written pronunciations are helpful, so you'll find them in the show notes on thepharmacistvoice.com. Hit the podcast tab and find episode 341. All right, let's go with the brand name first. Topamax is the brand name. Topamax has 3 syllables. That's toe, like the toes on your feet, pa, like pajamas, and max, like maximum. Put all 3 syllables together and you get Topamax. Which syllable gets the emphasis? That's a trick question. In the literature, there is no syllable emphasized, but I must say, when I say it and I listen to the playback, it does sound like I put a little bit of emphasis on the first syllable, toe. Again, officially, no emphasis. My source for the written pronunciation is the medication guide for Topamax on the FDA's website. And if you'd like to hear the spoken pronunciation from someone other than myself, head over to drugs.com and search for Topamax. That does it for Topamax. Our second drug name today is the generic name topiramate. Topiramate has 4 syllables. That's toe, like the toes on your feet. This first syllable is identical to the first syllable in the brand name, which is Topamax, by the way. Again, toe, like the toes on your feet. Pier, as in a landing place for ships. Pier. Which is a short A sound or a schwa A sound. And mate, as in checkmate. Checkmate is a move in the game of chess. I don't know about you, but I learned how to play chess when I was a child. Put all 4 syllables together and you get topiramate. Emphasize pier. See if you can hear that emphasis when I say it again. Topiramate. Topiramate. My source for the written pronunciation of topiramate is the USP Dictionary Online. That is my favorite generic drug pronunciation resource. And if you'd like to hear someone other than myself say topiramate, visit drugs.com. Now that I've gone over topiramate, I will now share with you that I have heard a mispronunciation more than once, and that mispronunciation is topiramate. Topiramate. Topiramate is the most common mispronunciation that I have heard for topiramate. That's all I've got for you. Let's go ahead and review, and then I'll wrap this up. I divided Topamax and topiramate into syllables. I told you which syllables to emphasize, if any at all. Shared my sources, and I cautioned you against saying topiramate instead of topiramate. That's all I've got for you. Thank you very much for listening to the 60th episode in my drug pronunciation series. The show notes are on thepharmacistvoice.com. Just hit the podcast tab and find episode 341. In the show notes, you will find the written pronunciations for Topamax, the brand name, and topiramate, the generic name, links to my sources, links to the other 59 episodes in this drug pronunciation series, my social media links, and more. If you know someone who would like to learn how to say Topamax, topiramate, or any of the other drug names in my drug pronunciation series, please share this episode with them. And if you like this podcast, come on back. We've got a lot more coming up in 2025. Subscribe to or follow the Pharmacist's Voice podcast on your favorite podcast player and YouTube to get each new episode right when it comes out. Thanks for listening today. I'll talk to you next week.